What's up, friends? Welcome back to Party XP. I'm Jeff, and joining me as always is Lakan. Say hi, Lakan.
Hello, everyone.
So, what's my favorite thing on the planet, Lakan?
Street Fighter. Your son. Your wife.
I was going to say, no, it's my son, but not far behind are video games. And you know what else I really love on top of video games?
Gambling.
Search engine optimization and gambling.
Okay, fair.
Perfect. So, we're going to combine all three of those loves in this one because I want to jump on this trend here. Not just because, you know, I'm looking for clicks and downloads or whatever, but because, like, it is actually a really fun game that I'm going to give you here, and we're going to play it together. We're playing the Horse Girl Gacha, Umamusume, Pretty Derby. Do you know anything about this series?
I don't know a whole lot about this game, but I know a good amount just because I have friends who are very into the anime and the game.
Okay.
Actually, here, a little fun story. One of my friends was playing the Japanese version of this game spoofed on his computer using BlueStacks.
Nice, okay.
And, like, he basically, from my understanding, he basically kind of, like, muscled his way through some basic Japanese to play the game because it was very fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it came out recently... Right, I think it only got released fully to the West, like this year.
Yeah,
maybe even a couple months ago. He like hopped on it again. He's like, I'm down to start all over again, basically.
Yeah.
Because the game's a little bit behind from my understanding.
Yes.
But I know a little bit about the they're all female characters, right? But they are all based on real racehorses.
Correct.
Okay, I don't know why that's the case, and I know there's also there Kemo Mimi.
Yes.
But there's also humans.
Yes.
But it's all kind of just like, basically just like sports anime / sports game based on horse racing.
Mm-hmm. So
and and they're also idols. That's
yes.
all. That's about all that I've got.
Yeah. So you pretty much hit the nail on the head here. So the Umamusume Pretty Derby series launched in 2018. The Japanese version of the mobile game launched in February of 2021. The global version, which is the one that kind of blew up recently, released on June 26th of this year.
Oh,
so
it was super recent then.
Yeah,
okay.
It's only been a few weeks, and obviously it took some time for the game to catch on and blow up, right? You know, with the 4th of July and everything going on here, so that's kind of what happened. And so the game's been out now for a little while, and I saw it, obviously, you know, I saw it blow up, and I was like, well, it's a phone game, it's a gacha, that's like my wheelhouse. And again, like I said, like I want to jump on stuff like this and be, you know, as much fun as it is to go give you games like Wario Land 4 every once in a while. I don't know how many people are really searching for games like that recently, you know, versus a game that's on the tip of everybody's tongue that we can kind of jump on and play and, you know, join in with fans, right? And people and gamers playing this. So I got started. We recorded an episode that went out on Friday as well. Ghost Runner. I keep calling it Shadowrunner. I don't know why. Ghost Runner. And I was like, hey, like, this is what we're going to do this. So I got started, and I have been playing the game for a few days. Can I give you some notes that I have?
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, so my first instinct, the first thing I wrote in my notes is, this is just a completely hilarious concept. Like, everything in this is just so funny to me. That you have horse girls that run. They don't gallop. They legitimately just run. They run in idle dresses.
It's full on race, yeah, exactly.
They run in idle dresses and idle shoes. They perform when you win. Like, everything's so funny. But, like, when you actually read the dialogue and, you know, get into the slice of life that comes up through, like, the various modes of the game, number one, like, this is a really free-to-play friendly kind of game here. At least as far as I'm, like, starting here.
I have heard that.
Yeah, like, it seems like it's a really free-to-play friendly kind of thing. There isn't, like, in a lot of games, I don't think there's PvP, which is probably a good thing. Not like, at least live PvP. Basically, it has how, like, Street Fighter Duel and a couple of other games have it, where, like, you put your team into the team trials mode, and then, like, people match with you that are close to your rank. You don't actually play another person, but you are playing, like, an AI-controlled version of another player's team, which is cool, which helps kind of curtail that pay to win, always feeling the need to wail out on this game, right, and spend a ton of money on it. So I thought that was pretty good. The other thing is that you don't need you don't need to pull characters for the main story and for the other main like single player mode, the career mode. You can use basically just like any character you pull for these modes. It doesn't require certain things. I think that's actually a law in Japan where you can't, like, if you're going to require a certain unit for a mobile game or like a gacha game, you have to give like a free to play version of that character to use. Just things that I've picked up from Dokkan Battle, right? And there's a lot of crossover. So obviously for me, like being the big phone game player, there's a lot of stuff for me that kind of makes sense. And, like training characters, awakenings, and all that other stuff that might be a little weird for you at first, but, for me, it doesn't seem overly complicated. Anyway, going through here, so I started playing a little bit and started dabbling a little bit more. The summoning animation is funny. So basically, it's one of the female characters runs and opens the door, and basically you have like a starting gate of 10 characters, and they turn different colors based on the rarity of the character that you're pulling. So I thought that was funny. One of the first characters I pulled is Haru Urara, the meme horse.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah, it's the meme horse that everybody loves. Based on a real horse that was like a notorious, almost like a troll, right?
From what I hear from like Haru Urara is like basically it's a horse that. So the basic story is that it ran in like 113 races, didn't win a single one.
Yep.
But it's still kind of like. It's kind of like a chill horse, basically.
Right. Still alive. Still doing its thing.
So like the idea I know for her character is that she's just happy to be there.
Yeah. And then there's a few other horses too. You have a Gold Ship, which is also like a one of the memes that has come from this game about how she's like a pain in the ass, basically.
Yep. The 12 billion, was it 12 billion yen incident?
Yeah.
The stories get around, especially because I'm a weeb, so like I also get a lot of anime and related story stuff, and because this is blowing up, a lot of these stories are kind of showing up on YouTube, Instagram. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But yeah, I know some of these names, like of these actual horses named.
Exactly. I love when you go to race and you're posting up, the commentary is like overly Japanese. It's kind of like reminds me of the Mr. Sparkle commercial from The Simpsons, where it's like, oh, very glorious and happy love and things like that, right? Really love that. Really dig that. I love that the career mode is 3 years, because basically you're preparing them to run in like the 3-year-old races. Like the game mentions the Derby, the Kentucky Derby, but fillies don't run in that. They run in the Kentucky Oaks, which is funny. But there are male horses that have female representation, which is funny because like, where's our Secretariat horse? Where's Manowar? Where's American Pharaoh? Like, were they waiting for either they're waiting for the global release to start releasing the American horses, or they're going to make a husbando version and it's going to just have like Secretariat and all like those horses.
No, they're all, so here's the thing. They're all female characters, right?
Yes.
And one of the things that, I don't know if you've seen this before or not, or they talk about it in the game, but the ornament that is on their ears depicts if they are a male or female horse.
Oh, really?
If it is on their right ear, I believe it is a male horse. On the left ear is a female horse. Also, when you see them in their like gym, they use like straight up like a high school gym uniform.
Yeah.
Like, so if they're wearing shorts, they're male. If they're wearing bloomers, they're female.
Huh. See, I didn't know that.
So there are these little signs of like what that they to denote what to reference the original horse that they're all based on.
Gotcha. The other thing here is I'm taking out a mortgage to pull Taiki Shuttle.
Oh God, you're just spending money. Oh no.
So I haven't actually. Number one, because we're moving, and then number two, because it's Dokkan Global Celebration, and Dokkan blows up during anniversaries. People really open up their wallets for this game. So I'm looking at one in for top grossing mobile games. Pretty Derby's number 1. Dragon Quest Walk is number 2 because they love Dragon Quest. Monster Strike, Blue Archive, Fate Grand Order, yeah. Royal this fucking king. This fucking Royal Match King. On an aside here, one of my favorite things to do is watch the Royal Match commercials because they always depict, the mobile game player playing as stupid as possible to get you to click on it. But I just like watching the king die. Because I hate that. I just hate it.
So I understand that because that happens to me a lot on like Twitter as well.
Yeah.
Like, was it the Evany game? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Evany. You just want to watch like the stupid guy get fucking killed. Well. Yep. So it's funny. So like depending on which one, like what list I click, like Umamusume is either already there or it's like not even on the list. Or it's like 6th here. But right, so depending kind of on what time of year it is, you're going to see different games kind of pop up towards the top, right? Exactly. But right, so it doesn't surprise me that this is a super important game or like a super popular game here. But yeah, no. So I was already like the minute I saw Taiki Shuttle, I was like, all right, we're gonna have to find a way to get you. Either like I'm gonna use one of my SSR tickets on her or something. But like, yeah, she's gonna be in the stable. And what else did I have here? I also did play they have the career mode, right? I touched on it a little earlier, so I did some polls. I haven't spent any money on it. I've been good about what, how to spend and earn free-to-play currency. Like, you pick it up playing these games quite a bit. And,
of course,
I did manage to pull a few of the 3-star units. So it's funny how this works because, like, you usually have games that are like SR, SSR, right, UR, or like gold, silver, bronze, things like that. This, you have 1-star racers, you have 2-star racers, and you have 3-star racers that level up to 5. And I'm sure at some point you're going to get to a point where you can go to 6 and 7 stars and all of that stuff, right? Depending on how many times you pull the same characters. So I did manage to pull a 3-star unit, two of them, but I've only used one because I like the way, like I like playing as her. So I got Silence Suzuka, and so I've been running her as like the career mode. And I've been trying to complete the career mode, and I get just shy. So basically, how the career mode works is you pick one of the horse girls, and they have legacies, which is funny because basically this is like the stallion and the mare, right? The parents of the horse that come and they pass down their genetics and anything else, right? That would follow the horse, right? Or go to the horse, and then you kind of just play through a normal racer career mode kind of. Like I said, it takes about 3 years, but really, I mean, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to play through all these races, and that's kind of what I've been stuck on is the career mode. But there is a story mode. There are other like daily races. There are event races. There are, like I said, the team trials. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of stuff to kind of keep you around, and it's cool. Like so far, it's been really cool. So I'm excited to have you dig into this because I know you've said like you've noticed it, but you don't want to get into it.
Yeah, it's like nothing against the game or the other media around this thing. It's just like I don't know. Like I feel like I just avoid gacha games in general. Maybe that's the thing. You know what I mean?
Because you know yourself too well?
Because, I mean, like, I play gacha games, and I kind of just realize after a certain point there's no point for me, you know what I mean, to continue playing them. I tend to fizzle out with gacha games. That's more or less what it is.
I gotcha.
Not because I have a gambling addiction or a desire or need to spend money all the time. I tend to just kind of like, okay, I've gotten what I need out of this game, and then I just stop playing.
I gotcha.
Like I played like Puzzles and Dragons, Fire Emblem.
Right. Okay.
So I played a couple. Like even like I've dabbled with like Blue Archive, Zenless Zone Zero.
Okay.
like a lot of the like some of the horror stuff I've dabbled in. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm sure there's more that like I obviously just skipped over. I remember trying the Fate Go one for a little while.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah, it's like I'm just not a big phone gaming guy. Like when you say you have games on your phone, you tend to mean gachas or like mobile games, right? When I have games on my phone, it usually means like I have an emulator on my phone.
Joke's on you. I have both.
Well, yeah, so do I. But you know what I mean. Like I tend to go to like, playing like ports for mobile for like other games that I play.
No. I understand. I understand completely. Yeah, no, I don't know. Like I got into it. So like originally, my first gacha game was One Piece. Was One Piece Treasure Cruise, and then my friend was like, "Hey, they're making a Dragon Ball one of these," and I was like, "Oh shit!" And 10 years later, here we are. Throughout the way, obviously, I've had different things. Like everybody played Pokemon Go, right? Everybody had I had Puzzles and Dragons. They've actually re-released. They've re-released Puzzles and Dragons.
Those types of games.
Yep.
Ones where you like build your teams. Usually they're anime based.
Yep.
I know. I played a lot of those games.
Yeah. No. And this looks like it's the next step in that, but. Like I said, I wanted to just kind of jump on this and talk about it. So far, it's been a lot of fun. We're going to reconvene here in a little bit, so this episode will end a little early. And then be on the lookout for a part 2 that'll be coming out once Lakan kind of digs into it a little bit, and then I dig into it some more. I'm gonna figure out how to get good at this, and I'm gonna figure out how to how to be a top level player in this too. So be on the lookout for that. Anything else before you start your pretty girl horse journey or whatever?
There's a lot of like weird wholesomeness to this game, from my understanding. Even though it's like literally a game based on like horse racing and gambling.
Right.
But yeah, no. Again, I've heard very good things about this. I've heard good things about the anime. I know people who like the actual idol part of this whole property. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, I'm down to, I guess, finally just give it a shot and see what's up with it.
All right, folks. I hope you enjoyed this little teaser episode. If you're on this, let us know. Give us some tips. Or if you're like on the fence, go ahead and try it out with us.
Shoot us your friend code so we can. So if you have good supporters, is that what it is?
Yeah, if you
have good supporters or leaders,
you got good horses.
Send us your friend link so I can start cheesing my account off of
your
guys'
exactly. And we'll be back with part 2 in a little bit. Well, maybe a few weeks. So we'll see you guys later. Enjoy.
Yeah, we'll see you in a bit, guys. Take care.